Batman has one of the most iconic rogues galleries in superhero history. Whether he's facing off against a maniacal clown, or a love-struck snowman, or anything in between, the Dark Knight always seems to have his hands full, which is why it comes as no surprise to hear that in Batman Arkham Knight, the Caped Crusader has a lot of villains to tackle. Hello, I'm Aaron, and welcome to Trading Detectives, where today we are going to be going through the top villains in Arkham Knight, and trust me, there are plenty. The Scarecrow. We're going to start off the list with none other than the Scarecrow, sporting some creepy, needly fingers and a face reminiscent of a Sackboy from Sony's Little Big Planet dumped in acid. He certainly looks like the type of guy you'd cross the street to avoid bumping into. That said, bumping into him isn't really the issue at hand. The problem here is his frightful fear gas. Used as a means to evacuate Gotham and shadow Batman with fear, the Scarecrow creates some truly terrifying moments throughout the game. The Arkham Knight. The Arkham Knight is the headline attraction of Batman Arkham Knight. Not much of a surprise there. The Knight is Scarecrow's Brute, his fist to his fear, if you will. And, with that said, it has to be noted that he opts more for guns rather than fists, kind of a opposite to Batman's fist rather than guns rule. The Knight is featured heavily in the game throughout, I'd say eclipsing the role of the Scarecrow. Not to mention, you face him a fair few times in some bombastic Batmobile boss battles, one focused on combat, the other more focused on dodge, and then you face him in a Predator mission. It's a shame we don't get to fight him head on though. The Joker. The Joker's a wild card in this game, if you pardon the pun, as he isn't really in the game per se. As people who have completed Arkham City will know, the Joker dies in the grand finale of the game, so in this game, he appears several times in Batman's Conscious, and he also features in perhaps the best segment in a video game ever.
Nobody serenades you but me, Bat. Take it away, boys!
The Joker plays off Batman's fear of losing control of his actions, succumbing to his greatest rival's murderous modus operandi. The Joker also features in a fantastic segment towards the end of the game, which I won't spoil, but trust me, it's certainly thinking outside the proverbial Jack in the Box, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn was finally set free of the Joker's shadow, set to cause some mayhem in Arkham Knight after the conclusion of Arkham City. Harley takes over Panessa Studios, Batman's base midway through the game, providing the playing field for some fun-filled missions. Harley Quinn's inclusion in the game is very much welcomed. It's great to see how she reacts to the Joker's death, and the whole scenario she creates, forcing Batman, who wants to fight alone in this game, to team up with Robin, is a great mix to the usual open-world gameplay. Two-Face. Dwight D. Eisenhower once said that peace and justice are two sides of the same coin. Two-Face follows after that saying. Well, if you swap peace for chaos, death and destruction, then he follows it 100%. Because as we know, Two-Face is very content with finding justice. Unfortunately, it's his own type of violent justice. The former Harvey Dent has teamed up with the Penguin to rob the banks of Gotham, and it's up to Batman to dispatch of his two-faced foe. Penguin. The Penguin is fast becoming a fan favourite scoundrel. Wait, no, not that Penguin. However, this Penguin in Arkham Knight is more matured. An Emperor Penguin. Working with the aforementioned Two-Face, the Penguin here is being tracked down by none other than the OG Robin, Nightwing. Sent to Bloodhaven, Nightwing returns to Gotham to assist Batman with tracking down his Arctic friend and putting him behind bars once and for all, providing some sweet dual-play missions and plenty of laughs due to thugs thinking they've outrun the Bat in some chase missions. These levels are certainly another great side quest. Azrael. Being playable in a selection of challenges dotted around Gotham, Azrael has to defeat a select number of enemies without taking any damage to prove that he's worthy of becoming Batman's successor. Challenging and greatly fun, although a little bit limited, they're a fantastic way to take the player out of Batman's bat shoes and into someone else's. Deacon Blackfire. Deacon Blackfire, the cult leader. Blackfire features in a very snappy side quest towards the end of the game, attempting to perform a ritual at the Lady of Gotham. After defeating his goons, Batman takes Blackfire to a new paradise, this time behind bars at a GCPD lockup. Firefly. Firefly is a pyromaniac with a jetpack and the majority of his body covered in scar tissue. This makes him very angry, causing him to want to set Gotham ablaze. Firefly does this by targeting several fire stations around Gotham, setting them on fire, so they're not much good putting out his fires in the future. This instigates several Batmobile chase missions, dodging flames that he leaves behind in the street before gracefully flying through the air and, ungracefully, trapping Firefly's face between your Batman fist and the literal streets of Gotham, numerous, repeated times, until his face is pretty numb. Professor Pig. Professor Pig was the villain in Arkham Knight that gave me the creeps the most. From its chilling opera music that's now synonymous in my mind with mutilated, bandaged head corpses, to his creepy pig mask and deeply disturbing pig squeals, Professor Pig is certainly not the type of creature you would want on Old MacDonald's farm. He appears in Arkham Knight during the perfect crime side mission, making Batman hunt down his victims around Gotham. Hush. Hush, aka Dr. Thomas Elliot, Bruce Wayne's childhood friend, features in a small side quest in Arkham Knight, following on from his appearance in Arkham City. Infiltrating Wayne Tower, it is up to Batman to confront the foe in a tense standoff situation between the two former friends. ManBat. The ManBat makes his appearance in Arkham Knight Herd. Yeah, that really made me jump. Featuring in the Creature Night side mission, Batman has to hunt down the creature, jump on his back and administer a cure to turn ManBat back into his former human self as Dr. Kirk Langstrom. Deathstroke. Deathstroke is one of the final villains you face in Arkham Knight, one that especially got my attention. You see, Deathstroke featured in Arkham Origins in one of my personal favourite boss fights. It was the pinnacle of Arkham's combat system, forcing players to mix up striking, counters and gadgets to topple one foe instead of many. It was fantastic, it was gripping, it was challenging, it was fun. When Deathstroke popped up on Batman's Gauntlet, a rematch was inevitably in order, and I was greatly excited with my front row ticket in hand. Unfortunately, Batman vs Deathstroke was portrayed as a tank battle. There we have it, guys. Those are the many villains featured in Arkham Knight. Be sure to drop us a like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Trading Detectives for more Arkham Knight goodness. Also, head on over to tradingdetectives.com to find the best trading deals on your old games. This has been Renfree. I'll see you again next time, back in Gotham.